Hello, I'm JConcannonWFED. I'm a UBC carpentry instructor here at Shank Job Corps in Pisgah Forest, North Carolina. This instructional video is for Workforce Education 106, Managing Technical Programs and Facilities. This is my lesson number 6, and today's subject is how to use the power miter saw and portable power saw to cut and assemble a picture frame. Okay, before we get started, there's a few things that we need to know. Number one, this is ultimately the project that we're looking at. We've got our dimensions, we've got our pieces, we've got our miter crosscuts, right? Basically, a picture frame. All right, so what else do we need to know? Well, we need to know the tools that we're using, okay? We need to know the model, the make, the manufacturer. In this case, we're going to be using a DeWalt sliding compound miter saw and a DeWalt portable power drill. Go ahead. All right, so what does OSHA say about all of this? Okay, the tool safety section in subpart I, the 1926 CFR, defines what we need to do with our tools, how to inspect them, and how to use them properly. All the do's and don'ts. Okay, and then PPE in our CFR 1926 for carpentry. Subpart E talks about what we need to wear, all right? Hard hat, safety glasses, okay, proper attire, our boots, hearing protection, all right? Safety glasses, possibly a dust mask. Some wood has chemicals in it, has preservatives that can be toxic, all right? Gloves, if necessary, hearing protection, all right? So make sure you have all of your documents related to your manufacturer's specs. Read these manuals before you use these tools. Have a plan. Talk about it. Make sure that everything you do is well researched so you'll make less mistakes. Okay, let's go check out the power miter saw. Okay, welcome back. This is a DeWalt sliding compound miter saw, okay, which we will be using today to make our picture frame. We've got several cuts to make, miter cross cuts. We've got 45 degrees, we've got 22.5, and the rest are similar. Okay, we've got our 2x4 spruce material handy, all right? Our work area is free of clutter, free of debris, so are our countertops, all right? The first thing that we need to do is we need to refer back to our DeWalt miter saw manufacturer's manual. Familiarize yourself, okay, with the entire tool. Every tool is different, all right? So spend some time and know your stuff, okay? Make sure that the blade is installed correctly. Make sure that the teeth are facing the fence. Make sure the arbor is tight. Make sure the arbor guard is tight. Make sure the blade guard is functioning properly. Make sure that it springs back. Make sure the trigger's working properly. Make sure the handle's working properly. Okay? Make sure all your locks are functioning. Okay? You've got your angle adjustment on your vernier scale. Make sure that it's in good working order. It should automatically lock at fixed positions along the scale. Okay? Make sure that your saw is mounted to the table. All right? We have a vacuum system here. We're not going to be using it today because of the video and the noise level. However, you want to make sure that the area stays free of dust, debris, etc. Make sure that all of your locks are working on your fence. Okay, make sure that your sliding lock is working properly. Make sure your bevel angle adjustment lock is working properly. You go to 45 with this saw. Alright? And that looks really good. We also want to check our power cord, make sure it's not damaged, cut, or frayed. We keep ours locked. So we'll remove that now. Alright. Go ahead and plug it in. And we'll test this function here. Okay. This blade has an automatic brake, which is supposed to stop the blade within 3 seconds. If it does not, you need to have it repaired, manufactured, red tagged, etc. Are there any questions?
Mr. Concan, how loud is the miter saw?
The miter saw is approximately 115 to 120 decibels, okay? So what that means is you need hearing protection. By law, you're only supposed to be exposed to that decibel level for max 15 minutes a day, you know, or less, they say, without incurring possible hearing loss or injury. All right, very good. All right, so now that the saw looks good and we know everything's working properly, we got to make sure we make all of our adjustments with the power unplugged. We're ready to make our cuts right now. All right, welcome back. Once again, we're ready to make our cut. Our first cut's a 45-degree miter cross cut. Okay, our power is off. Let's go ahead and adjust the saw. Once again, the vernier scale and the brake. All right, there we go. It's locked in. We'll open the saw. There's a couple more things I wanted to talk about. Never cross your arms. Okay, it's very dangerous. Okay, so you're going to want to be over here or over here. All right? Never put your hands within 6 inches of the blade. If you have to cut small pieces, you can use a clamp. All right, we're going to go ahead and cut our first 45-degree miter cross cut. Plug the saw in. Install our hearing protection. Make sure our glasses are on. Okay, and we're ready. Make sure the material is up against the fence. Always cut all the way through and let the blade stop before allowing the arm to go back to the upright position. All right, very good. Okay. Our next cut's at 22.5. Our measurements 11 5/16. Align the blade. Plug the saw in. Hearing protection. Up against the fence. All the way through and stop and up. And here's piece number 1. Okay, I'll see you back in a few minutes. I'll make the rest of these cuts. Thank you. Okay, so look, we've got all of our pieces cut. All right, now we're ready to go ahead and assemble it. All right, we're going to use 2-inch number 2 phosphate wood screws. All right, we're going to use our portable power drill. Always inspect your portable power drill for damaged items. Red tag it if it needs to be resurfaced or removed. One thing about these batteries is these contacting elements, don't ever carry them in your pouches. If you have nails or screws in your pouches, it can start a fire. Always make sure the trigger spring's back. Make sure the chuck is working properly. Make sure the gears are working properly. And then select the proper apex and tip. And in our case, it's a number 2. All right, once again, wear proper PPE, hard hat, safety glasses, steel-toe boots, right? Make sure that your area is free of clutter and debris. And it's always a good idea to secure your material. I like to say that clamps, if they do get damaged, they don't have to go to the hospital. You go on to the store and you purchase new ones. All right, with that, let's go ahead and assemble. It's already clamped nice and tight. Make sure that I put my screws in the correct location so I don't split my wood. All right, that looks great. Okay, we can continue going around this now, but otherwise, are there any other questions?
Yes, sir. What kind of safety glasses are those?
Z87 Plus, it's the new standard. Impact and coverage. Excellent question. That concludes my presentation. Thank you.